Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Starlight Haven. My name is Tabitha Romero. I am here today to try something new that I want to start, and that is channeling spirit babies. So, if you are somebody who desperately wants to conceive, who is ready to bring the new generation in, please watch this video. All of these videos contain really deep healings and things from our babies to us as mamas and daddies and even grandmas and grandpas, who knows, but whoever is here wanting to receive a message from Spirit Baby, please hang on for the ride with me. A little background information on me. I have always connected spiritually with babies. Whenever I would have any prophetic dreams, it was usually from the spirit babies telling me that mom and dad were ready to have baby come in. Sometimes baby was already in. And sometimes for me, it was just a way for me to know that that baby was also a very special little one. All little ones are special, but one that was more encoded to the earthly star realm, as in like that bridge between the two, that they were helping that bridge form between the heavenly earthy star realms, and they're here to help bridge those gaps. And so these babies started to come to me, and I had a pretty profound experience with a couple of my friends where it was like, okay, clearly spirit is trying to connect me to these spirit babies to be an instrument before they come in so that they can speak to mom and dad and show up for them. So I'm here bringing that to the public. It's going to be a new series, so I'm really excited to try it, see how people feel about it, and if people really love it, I'm going to keep doing it. And yeah, and I think this is a service that I will be offering. So if you're somebody who wants to connect with your babies, please let me know. There will be a service for you available where you can meet me on a Zoom call, and we will go ahead and tune into baby. So I'm ready if you guys are. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take a deep breath in and out. And we're just going to really clear up our field. I'm imagining just a sponge with some soap, just clearing up our fields. And we're going to call in our guardian spirit teams that are here, who honor our wholeness and our sovereignty, that are here for the collective ascension of humanity, those guides and guardians of the highest light and love. The same with our ancestors, with the same intentions, the ones that love us unconditionally. Calling in our spirit babies who are ready to make an appearance, who are ready to come onto the earthly plane, ones that are preparing, ones that are already seated, ones that may not even be a thought yet, but are here waiting, witnessing, loving, supporting, calling them in. Feeling their sweet energy. I'm gonna look something up really quick. And as these, it's a pretty large collective coming in. Lots of sweet ones here. And so, a lot of you here watching today, your spirit teams are being leveled up. They are leveling up with you. A lot of our trash is being taken out. And so, when we say trash, we're talking about a lot of things that we've thrown away. And it's kind of like seeing ourselves as the trash can in a way where we've taken a lot of things that don't belong to us, a lot of things that don't need to be here anymore, and we've kind of thrown them there and discarded these things and didn't really look at them. And they're kind of taking up a lot of real estate property in our body temple. And so, what's happening right now is a big influx of just trash actually being thrown away. And so for some of us, that's going to be a little uncomfortable because it means that we have to look at said trash as it goes, because it's like, oh, this does not belong here. This is not our trash. Like, give it to who it actually belongs to. And, or even simpler, giving it to God, allowing God to clear up the space that is needed to bring in these children. And so they want to ask you, as their parents, to implement a bit of a ritual with them, and that is connecting into the trees. And so we are all connected to the trees as like a very sacred relationship between us and their network. And we as human beings are very similar to the Tree Collective, where we speak to one another through our own underground network that we don't really see, but we can feel it. And trees are the same way, and they connect with us through those same networks. And the trees right now are offering us a lot of guidance and healing and support. And so when we do our personal healing, it's the trees that are protecting that healing, and that it's the trees that will seed that into the soil for when your children are born here. And so they can connect to those same lessons. And so every single time we heal, we encode the earth with these lessons, and the trees soak them up. And they're like this big network of like profound ancient wisdom of many, many lifetimes that you have lived, that others have lived. And so they get to be born on this planet and also receive that infinite amount of wisdom. So they want you to begin that relationship with the trees and really start to intentionally know that, okay, when I am healing, I am being supported by this network of spirit. And those are the trees. I'm being supported by this network. I am sending them the information of my healing, and my children can later receive that. It's kind of like the family tree in a way, or our tree of life, our cosmic tree of life, where all things are entwined and connected. And so these children coming in are extremely emotional children. And if you are tuned into your energy body, if you are receiving this as, a child of light yourself, you know what it feels like to feel very deeply. And I'm feeling this energy between the heart and the throat chakra. And so allowing ourselves to feel the magnitude of what that emotion, that emotional influx is for these children, and how, as the parents, it is our responsibility to feel where our heart and our throats are really locked up. So, the density that is there. And so, we're setting the intention now to start to release the tension in the heart and to release the tension in the throat from any repressed emotions that we have not been allowed to feel, allowing those to be felt, to start to pave a way for those emotions to be felt. And so this can start to manifest over the next weeks and months and years of a gradual release of emotions, allowing it to be stable and soft and not super intense and oh my gosh, I want to release all of it, but more of like a okay, it can be a gradual release of emotion that I have built up from maybe not being able to speak my truth as a child, of feeling like I wasn't able to convey my emotions properly, and maybe that affected the heart and made the heart close down and do something where it shielded itself. And so with these children, we can't have these shields up because they are the same way. They are extremely emotional. They need our shields down. And so they will do some of the work with you, helping you release these emotions because they're working with us on the other side as our guides. And so, even as you carry the child, as you birth the child into the world, they will be supporting you in a big release of emotions. And so, they're coming in with this message about how right now you're already connected to them and feeling it's almost like it's more complex than just bringing them in now. It's more of a we've had so many lifetimes with so many children, and they all come in to support us in this very moment. And so feeling, and they're saying great, like GREAT, and full, like being full of love and yeah, that sense of gratitude, but that true greatness of having spent many lifetimes being parented, being a parent, having children, and being a child yourself, feeling the sacred cycle that comes along with both of those initiations, and feeling that gratitude now because that is the energy that you want to be feeling when you conceive these sweet babies. Okay, so something's coming up about genetics. And so it's almost like the process of conceiving children is going to be a little bit different. It's not some it's gonna be the same, right? We're gonna conceive our children the same exact way we usually do, but also the energetic process is gonna be different. The genetics are going to be different because our genetics themselves are shifting and changing. And so it's almost like don't worry so much about it. Let the genetics do the work that they're meant to be doing. So there's a really big genetic awakening happening within the collective of mothers. And that is the energy of the goddess that is going to be alive in the genetics. And so this is something that is anchoring in right now. These kids will be seated with that remembrance, with that genetic code, that the goddess exists, the goddess is alive in me. They will remember the mother, the energy of the sacred mother, the divine feminine. That's what we can call it as well. But these children are encoded with that message. There will be a when these children are here, it is, and even we tend to see babies as these little things that, learn from us, but we are learning from them. And so we shall not necessarily experience them as we have in the past of like there's not much here, they have to learn from me, but these kids have so much wisdom stored within them, and so we have to honor that wisdom so deeply because these are these ancient souls and spirits that are coming into bodily human form as these angelic humans. And so it's important that we recognize that they themselves are also whole and sovereign and safe as beings of children of God and the goddess and of you yourself and your partners. They are so full of wisdom. And so we honor that. We don't doubt them. As some of us have experienced in the past, we give them this full trust of like, yeah, we're their parents, we're there to protect them, but also we need to be willing to receive their wisdom. And that's part of that heart and throat opening that's happening. And so there's also coming in about the energy of the masculine, as in the father figure, a releasing of energy of anger within the heart chakra. And so setting that intention for those willing to receive a healing of the heart chakra. And it's almost funny because I'm setting that intention, but the children are like, we got this. We're moving that energy through. So that's beautiful. Yeah. Okay. And so yeah, what's beautiful too is this energy of choice, of choosing to bring a child into the world, of choosing to adopt, of choosing a way to bring a child in, of that choice, of choosing to bring these helpers in, but also help them and honor ourselves as helpers of spirit as well. And so, with that, they are waving hello to all of you. They feel like so much cheeriness just being able to be with you, so much joy. So many tears that they are crying on the other side, thinking about the union between mother and father and child of these are archetypes, right? These feelings of these energies that they get to come into union with you as their parents. There is so much gratitude here for that experience. And with that, that is going to be the completion of this channel for now. I hope you guys all enjoyed connecting with your spirit babies. This will be the first in a long series, hopefully, of connecting you with your future children, of the collective of children that are coming forward. And I've so enjoyed this, and I hope that you have too. I'm sending you guys all so much love and light. Share, subscribe, like, if you want more of this kind of content. I'm sending you guys all love. Goodbye.